Raindrops were tapping softly on the window that morning. Pitter-patter, pitter-patter. Julius rubbed his sleepy eyes and peeked outside. The whole world looked shiny and new. The trees were dripping, the grass was sparkling, and puddles were forming in the yard. He pressed his little hand against the cool glass. Where does the rain come from? He wondered aloud. His mom smiled as she handed him his raincoat. Why don't you ask Miss Clara today? I bet she'll have the perfect answer. Julius nodded eagerly, slipping on his bright yellow raincoat, blue rubber boots, and his tiny green backpack. He opened his umbrella, which had little bee and cloud drawings on it, a reminder of what he learned just yesterday. Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad, he called, hopping over puddles to the bus. At school, everyone was a little wet, but full of giggles. The classroom smelled like crayons and rain. Good morning, class, said Miss Clara, wearing a blue cardigan with raindrop earrings today. Good morning, Miss Clara, they all replied, shaking off their umbrellas. Julius and his friends, Lena, Toby, and Amina sat down, looking out the big window at the gray sky. Julius raised his hand. Miss Clara, why does it rain? Miss Clara smiled. Ah, what a wonderful question. Julius, let's find out together. Miss Clara dimmed the lights and turned on the projector. On the screen, a big blue sky appeared, filled with fluffy white clouds. In nature, she began, rain is part of something magical called the water cycle. It's how water travels all around our planet. She pointed to a picture of the sun shining over a lake. The sun warms the water, and it turns into tiny invisible drops called vapor. That vapor floats up into the sky and gathers to make clouds. Next, the screen showed the clouds turning gray and heavy. When clouds get full of water, they can't hold it anymore, so the water falls back down as rain. The children watched wide-eyed as cartoon raindrops danced and bounced. Some of that water goes into rivers, Ms. Clara continued. Some soaks into the soil to help plants grow, and some even gets carried away by bees and animals on their adventures, Toby whispered. Just like the bees help flowers, the rain helps everything else. Miss Clara nodded. Exactly. Everything in nature works together. When the lesson ended, Julius pressed his hands against the window. The rain was still falling, but now it didn't seem mysterious anymore. It was part of nature's big teamwork, just like the bee's hive. At lunchtime, he and his friends laughed as they watched raindrops race down the window. That one's winning. Lena giggled, pointing. No way! Mine's faster. Julius laughed back. When the final bell rang, the sky had cleared, and the world smelled fresh. On the school bus, Julius watched the wet streets gleam like mirrors. When he got home, he splashed in a puddle and twirled around, arms out, feeling the cool air on his face. He looked up at the sky and smiled. Thank you, rain, he said softly. You make the world grow. And as a soft breeze brushed past, Julius felt his curiosity bubbling again, wondering what he'd learn next. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.